Oh, what's going on, guys? HK Titan here with a brand new video for you guys. But first things first, as always, I hope you guys are having an amazing day. So in today's video, I have something new planned for you guys, and we are going to be putting some modded towers against Bloonarius, more specifically the Elite Bloonarius, because I feel like the normal one would just be a little bit too easy for the modded towers to deal with. So we're going to go ahead and see if the modded Bloons Tower Defense 6 towers can go ahead and take out Bloonarius. Now, I think this is something that I want to split up into a couple different episodes because we do have quite a few different towers that we can work with. The tower that I've chosen for today is going to be the Wizard Monkey, which is, out of all of the towers, the most strongest modded tower that I currently have. So we'll go ahead and see exactly what the top path Wizard Monkey can do up against the Elite Boss Bloon. And if it gets to the point where the modded tower ends up struggling just a little bit with dealing with the boss balloons, then we'll go ahead and mix things up a little bit, and then we can go ahead and throw another modded tower in. I mean, I don't think they're going to struggle that hard with it, but then again, I don't know how the modded towers are going to scale with the elite boss balloon. Now, this is the first time that I'm trying it because I wanted my reactions to be kind of I just want to try it with you guys. So I have no idea if it's going to work or if it isn't going to work. I do know for a fact that the top pathway Wizard Monkey is actually probably the strongest modded tower that we can go with. Alright, so just because we have some modded towers in the game, we do still need to kind of be careful with our farms. We are going to be using the same exact strat that I used for beating this week's Elite Bloonarius. So I'll be going for farms ASAP. I'm going to start off with a dart monkey. Now, this isn't the only way to start it, but this is the way that I found to be most effective because we definitely need to greed as much money as we possibly can. So guys, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit of a skippy bit up to the point where I have all of my banana farms down, just because like there's not too much that we need to do. It's just pretty much placing down banana farms. So guys, sit back, relax, I'll see you guys here in just a second. Alright guys, now that we have all of our banana farms placed down, upgraded to a 300, of course we have our monkey village that has the monkey commerce to give us a little bit of a cheaper price. Now's the point when we want to start upgrading our tack shooter. So our plans for our tack shooter is to upgrade him all the way to the tack zone. Hopefully we get enough money in 5 rounds. If we don't get enough money, then we could always just go ahead and sell a couple of our banana farms to make sure that we can go ahead and deal with round 40, which of course is when we're going to get the first boss balloon. Now again guys, if you guys didn't know, it's not that big a deal if we lose a couple of lives. That's exactly why I chose to go with Benjamin here, because in case we do lose a couple of lives, our Benjamin will be able to give us those lives back. Alright, so the main thing that we definitely need our tax zone, and then once we get our tax zone, we also need to go for a monkey village. So as soon as we can afford to buy our monkey village, we're going to go ahead and do so. I think I'm going to go ahead and queue up our Benjamin ability really quick, because those camo balloons made it a little bit further than I would have liked them to. So just make sure that we didn't lose any more lives there. We went ahead and just activated Benjamin's level 3. Alright, perfect. We have 1 round left, and it looks like we are going to be a little bit of money short. Again, it's not the end of the world, guys. We can just go ahead and sell a couple of these farms. We will need to buy them back, but luckily, it shouldn't take us too long in order to buy back the farms. Alright, so once we start getting towards the end of the round here, I'm going to go ahead and slow things down just a little bit. I'm going to wait until round 40 starts, and then I'm going to go ahead and do this. We're going to upgrade to the tax zone. We're going to grab ourselves the monkey village like so. And the first thing that I want to do is I want to upgrade our monkey village to a radar scanner, because sometime between round 40 and round 43, we are going to get a big rush of camo ceramic balloons. So in order to make sure that we don't lose to those, it's a really good idea to go ahead and grab that radar scanner ASAP. So now that we have the jungle drums, the next thing we want is primary mentoring. And now that we have that, the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and grab our alchemist, and we're going to upgrade our alchemist up to a stronger stimulant. Now this is going to set us back a little bit with rebuying our farms, but believe me guys, it is 112% worth it. So now that we have all of those upgrades, let's go ahead and take a look here. We have our stronger stim, we have our radar scanner with primary training, and of course we have our tack zone. So now that we have all of that, the next thing that we need to do is we need to come over here and rebuy all of our farms, because of course we need to make that money ASAP. Now, just because we have mods installed, it doesn't mean like we're 100% invulnerable to the boss balloon. As you guys can see, we do not have any mods on, or modded towers on the field right now. So if we are unable to beat this boss balloon, then unfortunately we will lose. But luckily, because we have everything that we need for this first boss, we should be good to go. Alright, so there we go. We rebought all of our farms. The next thing that I want to do is I want to buy 2 more farms, just because like I saved a perfect spot up here. So let's go ahead and upgrade this one all the way up to banana plantation, and then we'll grab the middle pathway as well. And then once we get the banana farms upgraded, the next thing that I want to do is I instantly want to go for the Archmage. Now, this is where things get a little bit scary, because I don't know if we're going to be able to get the 100,000 pops with the Archmage for the next boss balloon. So we're going to need to keep an eye on our Archmage to see how many pops he gets. If he isn't getting close to the 100k pops, then we need to kind of pump the brakes and we need to think of a quick solution. I think what I'll end up doing, if we cannot afford to get, or if our Archmage isn't going to transition into the I think it's called the Underworld or something like that. If we are not close to that, then we are going to kind of make sure that we don't lose. I think I'll go with a Carpet of Spikes, because the Carpet of Spikes is super cheap, and we should be able to afford it mid-round 60. Alright, so man, this boss balloon is taking forever to make its way around the track. So there we go. These are the ceramic balloons that can give us a little bit of a hard time, of course, if we do not have the radar scanner. And if you guys missed it, there was also another rush of camo balloons that our dart monkey just didn't have enough popping power to deal with. Alright, so we almost have enough. Ooh, I almost forgot to upgrade all of these to valuable bananas. Oof, big oof, dudes. Alright, so all of those are upgraded. These are upgraded. These are upgraded perfect. So that set us a little bit further back than I would have liked. But we'll buy 1 banana research facility. We only have 6 rounds left. So I think it would be a good idea just to go straight for the Archmage, like right now. Because it is a little bit of a pricey tier 5, but hopefully we're going to get enough money in these 5 rounds in order to afford it. Now again guys, we are banking really heavy on the fact that the Archmage is going to transform mid-round, because even if the normal attack isn't going to be able to deal with the elite boss, the modded tier 6 top pathway wizard monkey does have a ability that I feel will be able to deal with it. But you guys will see exactly what I'm talking about here in a second, especially if you guys haven't actually seen the modded tier 6 Archmage before. Alright, so we are quite a bit of money away. We need 32,000 to upgrade to the Archmage. I probably should have placed down another village here to go ahead and give us a little bit of a cheaper price. Hopefully we get that last little bit of money that what we need before round 60. And unfortunately we are going to need to sell these 2 towers to make sure that we can afford to buy the Archmage. So let's take a look at his pops. Ooh, he's already at 20,000 pops. Maybe we got this in the bag. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of skeptical on the fact that he would be able to get 100k pops quick enough to turn into the tier 6, but I mean, we're already at 40k pops, and the boss balloon hasn't even made it to this bottom corner yet. Alright, so in the meantime, I am going to continue to farm. We just to make sure that we're keeping an eye on the boss, and of course the Archmage himself, just to make sure that no balloons slip through. I don't think we're going to have to worry about too many balloons slipping through it, because of course we have the tack zone down here that should be able to deal with quite a few of these balloons by himself. Alright, so let's go ahead and keep track. We only need 14k more pops, 13k. Ooh man, we're actually flying through these dudes. Alright, so he should be transforming here in 8,000 pops, 7,000, well, man, like the pops just all of a sudden slowed down. I mean, that's not cool. I mean, it was supposed to be like an epic introduction, but all right. So here we are. We have 2,000 pops. We have 1,000 pops. And here we go, guys. We officially have the tier 6 Archmage. Oh, and it's burning it down, dudes. The Archmage is absolutely shredding it. Now, I don't feel like the Underworld by himself would be enough once we get to the tier 5 boss. But for the tier 2 boss, he's not doing too bad. Let's go ahead and see what kind of damage his ability does. Alright, so let's go ahead and pop it. Okay. I think that might be a tad bit OP. I was expecting it to do a lot of damage, but I was not expecting it to melt almost half of its health that fast. Alright, guys. Oof. I mean, that was tier 2. And it melted it that fast, but I don't know how it's going to do against the tier 5. I mean, because the tier 5 has a substantial amount of health compared to the tier tier 2. So we're gonna go ahead and play it by ear, but that was actually crazy, dudes. I was not expecting him to do that much damage that fast. Alright, well, we have the next boss in 8 rounds, so I guess we can go ahead and see how it does. We can take a look at the health and kind of judge like how overpowered the Underworld actually is. So guys, I'm going to go ahead and fast forward 7 rounds. I'll bring you guys back for the next boss. Alright guys, here we are on round 79, and we're going to have the next boss pop up here in just 1 second. We'll see how the Underworld performs against the boss balloon that we get on round 80. Now, the boss balloon on round 80 has twice as much health as the boss balloon that we had on round 60. So let's go ahead and see. So this boss has 2 million health, and so far, like without his ability, he's actually not doing that much damage to the boss. Now, if we do queue up the bosses or the Underworld's ability, I do feel like we would do quite a bit more damage here. So let's go ahead and queue it up really quick to see how this is going to scale up against the tier 5 boss. And, oh my goodness, guys. I mean, I'm not going to lie. Like, it's kind of OP. But at the same time, the ability doesn't last like a super long time. The Underworld does do a great amount of damage to the bad balloons, but once the ability gets off of cooldown, then that's when things kind of get a little bit more balanced. Alright, so I kind of want to save this, and let's go ahead and queue up or get a couple more of these farms. But guys, like so far, like, I actually feel like the modded tower is kind of balanced for this. Alright, so let's go ahead and grab the last banana research facility really quick. The next thing that I want to do is I do want to grab a monkey sub to go ahead and lower our cooldowns really quick. Because, again, even though, like, the modded tower is doing a great amount of damage, especially when we activate his... I don't even know what this is called. But it's whenever it's not off of cooldown that I get a little bit skeptical on if this is actually gonna work. So let's just go ahead and do that. That should be within range. All right, let's just go ahead and queue it up again. Oh man, it melts it so fast, guys. I mean, look at all of those ceramic balloons that just pop out of the boss balloon. All right, so needless to say, we were good for round 80, but it still took us like what, 8 rounds to beat the boss balloon. And then the boss is going to increase health by 2 times, and then all the way up to 8 million health for the tier 5. And I don't know if this tower is going to have enough potential to actually be able to deal with it by himself. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go ahead and buy a permabrew. I will go ahead and get a couple of towers to buff our modded Archmage. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and sell this. I'm going to sell this monkey village, and we're only going to use the modded Underworld to beat this Elite Bloonarius. Alright guys, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and fast forward another 7 rounds. So I'll bring you guys back as soon as I'm there. Alright guys, here we are for the round 100 Bloonarius, and ooh, so far so good. I mean, we're down 100k health, but again guys, like, this boss has a lot more health than I thought it would have. It has 8 million health. Maybe the only way to actually do this is by activating, oh my goodness guys. Like, he is just absolutely insanely overpowered, dudes. I mean, then once he kind of runs out of his, ability, things kind of calm down again. So let's just go ahead and activate it again. And remember guys, like, the health of the next boss is going to be a lot more than this. I mean, oh my goodness guys, like, when the homeland activates with his level, or with his ability, it just goes absolutely insane, dudes. Alright guys, so far I don't feel like we need any more towers. Like, I think we may actually be good to beat this boss balloon. Like, now, I want you guys to remember that this is going to be the most overpowered modded tower in the books. So I'm kind of interested to see like how the modded sniper would do against the boss, how the other modded wizard would do, how the modded ninja would do. Like, there's so many other modded towers that I could do. If this is something that you guys would like to see more of, please feel free to let me know in the comments below, or go ahead and drop a like to let me know that you guys actually enjoyed watching this. Alright guys, we have 10 rounds left, so let's go ahead and speed up to the final boss, the tier 5 boss. I'll go ahead and bring you guys back as soon as we're there. Alright guys, we have 1 round left until the final boss appears. And I mean, our underworld is still shredding all of these balloons. So if I could compare like the underworld to any towers, I think I would definitely compare him to the Vengeful Sun God. Until you activate his ability, because once you activate his ability, he just goes like Super Saiyan and shreds everything. So currently right now at round 119, he is sitting at 21 million pops by himself. Actually insane. So this is where things are going to get really interesting, guys, because this boss balloon has 40 million health. So this is more than 3 times the amount that the previous boss had. Like, this is, like, I mean, even when we activate his ability, he still struggles with popping the boss balloon. I mean, is the modded tower going to be enough to beat this boss? I honestly have no idea. Like, I will say this, like, there are a couple of things that we could do to make our underworld have a little bit more popping power. Like, we could grab a super brittle, we could grab a cripple Moab, but I just want to go with the basic buffs here, guys. I want to go with the permabrew, the ultra boost. I mean, if we buffed it with like a sun temple and all that other stuff, I think it goes without saying, but like, this boss balloon would not stand a chance. I mean, it barely stands a chance as it is right now. I mean, look at all of the damage. I mean, look at the Moab blues popping out. This is actually insane, dudes. Alright, let's go ahead and speed this up. I mean, hopefully I don't regret it by speeding things up, because, again, we are getting balloons, or Moab balloons, that are popping all over the screen. So let's go ahead and activate his ability again. Dudes, we already have it to half health, and he hasn't even made it to the first corner yet. Now, it's going to be really interesting to see how some of the other towers perform, because, like I was saying, this is the strongest modded tower that I have. So again, guys, feel free to let me know in the comments below if you guys would like to see more modded towers against the boss balloon, because so far this is actually kind of surprising, because when I thought about doing this, I originally thought that it would easily be able to deal with it, and I didn't think it would even remotely make it this far. Like, I thought this tower would delete the boss balloon before it even made it from the start of the path, because how OP his ability actually is. I mean, he's all the way down here, and he is just getting to the point where he is almost about to pop the boss balloon. Alright, there we go, and he finished up with 71 million pops. That is actually insane, dudes. But there we have it, guys, our first modded versus the Bloonaria boss fight. So please feel free, again, to let me know in the comments below if you guys would like to see more of this. But anyways, guys, you already know what time it is. I hope you guys have the most amazing day. of your lives. And I will see you guys in the next one.